Hi guys, and welcome to our video for today, the 27th of April 2026. So let's go through my watch list, how we're trading it, and what is next for these stocks. Starting here with YAAS on this one. We're going to start on these stocks looking at the 5-minute, then the 4-hour, then the 1-day, looking for day trade, swing trade, holding it overnight, etc. So here we have the stock YAAS. So for this one now, for a day trade, I'll be waiting for a push beyond 1.5 again once more from 1 p.m. Eastern time for a 6% move on this one. Right now, I think we're just going to consolidate between 1.5 and 1.3. Just removing and minimizing this down here, you can see that we're starting to be beneath the Bollinger Band center now, and obviously 1-day resistance now, support lost now, resistance of 1.5, and therefore 65% more likely to be beneath 1.5. So we're just going to range in between 1.3 and 1.5, I think, but once we do break 1.5, I'll be looking for a 6% sort of move on this one. For a day trade, it looks quite good. And going to 4-hour time frame on this one. So if you want to hold this overnight for whatever reason, I'd personally wait for a 4-hour candle close before you do that over 1.5, but end it today or end it tomorrow 4 p.m. Eastern time. So end it today, Monday or Tuesday, 4-hour candle close over 1.5. Currently just looks like rejection from 1.5 and spinning top, which means indecisiveness, indecision with a strong top wick, strong bottom wick. So I'd wait for the confirmation of 4-hour candle body closure over 1.5 to hold this overnight, before holding overnight, obviously. And going to daily time frame, we will have a look. We're currently rejecting from 1.5 also, but more importantly also rejecting from the death cross of the 60 EMA here, around 1.45. So again, we're only going to get above this once we're above 1.5, obviously. So daily close of 1.5 in this one would be good for a swing trade and hold it overnight. And we're looking for the next level to be hit, 1.85 again, for a 20% sort of first target on this one, for a swing trade, or just the 4-hour time frame if that's what you want for this trade. But looking at the 5-minute time frame, if we were to lose 1.3, I do believe we would be done on YAAS. So let's just keep an eye. This may happen earlier, a break over 1.5, and again I expect it to run at least 6%. So we'll be keeping an eye on that one. So next is SGMT. So looking at the 5-minute time frame, we've got 8.7 as the key resistance here. I'm going to mark the up thrust here, 9.37, and converge this negative trend line into a falling wedge pattern like this. We're currently starting to trend above. I've had the Bollinger Band center positively crossed the ATMA, which is good and bullish. It's like a little man's golden cross, and a push beyond 8.7 should see us run at least 7% on this one, to retest these 9.3 sort of area. So I'll be watching this over 8.7 for a day trade. I'm just going to rectify myself there and just call it a 6% first target, with a push beyond 8.7 on this one. However, if we were to lose 7, I'm just going to change this to 7. It'd be a major support lost, as well as a failed golden cross retest on this one. So if we lose 7, we are done, and that's for a day trade and a swing trade altogether. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, looks quite good for potential holding this overnight, because a 4-hour candle close of 8.7 should see us continue towards 10.5, around again a 20% sort of move, 15-20%. And this one's worth $8, obviously, so it's starting to walk into the mid-cap territory of terms of how it's valued. So yeah, it's going to become less volatile and become more steady once you're holding this. And a 4-hour candle close end of today, end of tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern time, over 8.7 should see us come and test that 10.5 level. And the daily time frame, again, you just let's have a look. So I mean, obviously we've broken out here. Technically a death cross, no golden cross yet, but looks like we're probably going to get one. So if we can hold above 7, we're quite good. So again, 7 is a key level not to be lost, otherwise it'll flip bearish. But currently just now, just pump up and using the 1-day support of 7, and currently the 200 simple moving average as a base layer of support. The daily close of 8.7 should see us hit 10.5 also, but focus more on the 4-hour time frame on this one, on SGMT. And then finishing up here on PAPL, so I say YAAS looks best for a day trade, and the previous one looks good for a swing trade. So this one here, doing nothing really. So PAPL needs to lose 1.2, and because the next resistance above us is 1.6, which seems like a mile away, so I'll be waiting for 1.2 loss. So what I'd like to see is a big falling wedge pattern like this, as you can see just here, and then potentially over lunch hour we come down, lose the Bollinger Band center, lose the 1.2 support, and then we just consolidate like this, for a while, and then we finally break over 1.2, and then you enter. Then we look for a 6% first target from there, and as a result, what you do is you would convert your falling wedge into something like this to make sure it all fits in. So the circle is the entry, so you draw the falling wedge like that. So that's something I'll be watching probably from 1 p.m. Eastern time. A reclaim of 1.2 on this one. Until then, nothing for a day trade, no analysis, just let it figure itself out. Holding this overnight, I would wait for 4-hour criminal close over 1.6. Currently rejecting from the 200 EMA and 200 MA here, and also we have a major support, major resistance, at 1.6. So once we do get above 1.4, 1.37 for the 200 exponential moving average, you've got resistance at 1.6, which is around 10%. Is it gap? So it's not really worth it in terms of the risk to reward until we get a 4-hour criminal close over 1.6 for holding this overnight. And just to go back to the 5-minute time frame, if we were to lose, I'd say 105 on this one. Actually, no, we'll call it 1.10. If we lose 1.10 on this one and lose 60 EMA for a failed golden cross retest, I will consider this one to be done also. And then daily time frame, so it's one I'd focus on the 4-hour because it's major resistance there. You don't want to get caught out. The daily kind of contradicts it because the daily close over 1.2 should see us continue towards 1.6. But however, the 4-hour time frame has major resistance around 1.37 and also just slightly above here 1.24 with the 200 EMA and 200 MA. So that's sort of like a booby trap. And the 4-hour you want to avoid. So people might just focus on the daily, think, oh, a daily close over 1.2 looks good, it should gap up to 1.6. That's incorrect because we've got major resistance here with the 200 EMA and 200 MA for the death cross retest around 1.37 and 1.24. So once we get above those and above 1.6, then it's a clear sky breakout. So lots of choppiness in that one, PAPL. So my best one really for a day trade is YAAS over 1.5. I think it looks good for around a 6% move. And I think this for a swing trade looks good over 8.7 SGMT, and until then I'll just wait for movement as explained on PAPL. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, check us out, link in the video description and the Twitter bio. So thanks and catch you all later.